Hello, everybody. Welcome. Okay. Welcome to Writing, Reading, and Productivity Sprints. I have a very special guest with me today, Katie from Paperbacks and Ponytails. Yay! I wish I had like applause sound effects. um, if you haven't heard of her, you should definitely check her channel out. She is so wonderfully consistent about posting book reviews, like all the latest in Christian fiction. She reads like fantasy and romance.
Pretty much everything.
Yeah, like sci-fi. Like she is so amazing with like just whatever genre. And she reads like a bazillion books a month. So like if you need a new book, like just go to her channel, you'll find one. And she's also an author now. Well, she's becoming one. I don't know. When do you officially be an author? Like when you publish the book or like before? Like when does that actually happen?
I heard if you're writing, you're an author. Doesn't matter if you're published or not.
So she's also an author. So I think she's going to be just writing tonight.
Yes, until I hit my goal of 2,000, then I might take a break after that. So
nice.
900 more words to go today.
Yay. So if you're here in the chat, tell us what you're going to do tonight. We'd love to hear from you, even if you're just saying hi. I'm going to be working on book 2 of Ariadne. And yeah, there was one time when Kelly was on that we started thinking of like I don't know what you call it, like a plot of like a book. And I was like, that'd be so fun if that happened again.
Oh, I think I remember that. You guys talking about it, yeah.
That would be so fun. I don't know if it'll happen if the inspiration strikes, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm already thinking, while I'm writing the first book, I already have ideas for book 2. And then God the other day was like, well, it could be a trilogy because I know like publishers like trilogies. And then I was like, well, do I introduce a new character in book 2? And then God was like, you can use this minor character from book 1 and slide them into book 2 and 3. I was like, yes.
Nice. So it's definitely going to be a trilogy, or?
Yes, definitely now.
Sweet. That's awesome. So while we're waiting for everyone to arrive, let's do like a 10-minute like journal sprint where like it can be like prayer, or you can read the Bible or listen to the Bible on audio, or like whatever you want to do. Just kind of like clear your head sort of thing. You know what's really cool about this? Like we started doing this on sprints, and now like when I sit down to write, it's like a habit. I'm like, oh, I need to like do my prayer journal first before I write. So it's like really cool, like how it's become like a really good habit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, let me get this ambiance set up. Oops. And this will just be for like 10 minutes or so. I need to figure out how to turn things off. That's my husband texting me. Oops. Hold on. Let me fix this. It hasn't started yet. Sorry. Welcome back.
I disappeared for a second because I had to grab my gratitude journal in the other room.
Oh, you're good. I didn't even notice. Yeah, I finished early, so I started just like working on writing, and there was this one like sentence I was like, I don't like it. And like the other day I was like, I cannot think of what to change it to. And I love it how like when you take a break and then I just looked at it and I was like, I know what it should be. It's like, oh, sometimes you just need to take a break, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was good. Whew. So do you have any fun plans for the summer? Any vacations or book plans or anything like that?
Pretty much just writing. I have a goal to finish my first draft by my birthday, July 23rd. So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the goal. So I have the rest of the summer to
Birthday.
edit it.
Are you doing anything special for your birthday?
We usually just go out to my favorite restaurant. That's usually the only thing I ask for because it's pretty expensive and I only get to go there like twice a year. So
What's the restaurant?
it's called San Marco. It's an Italian restaurant. The owners are from Italy, so like it's really good.
That's good. Reese is with us. Hi, Reese.
Hey, Reese. Yeah, I prayed for the both of us tonight to help with our writing.
Oh, good.
And I remembered this verse. I found this from the American Christian Fiction Writers Group. They posted this like back in April and I screenshot it. It says, "With all this going for us, my dear, dear friends, stand your ground and don't hold back. Throw yourselves into the work of the Master, confident that nothing you do for him is a waste of time or effort."
That's really good.
I love that. When I saw it, I was so discouraged in April because like at that point, I think I had like maybe between 15 and 20,000 words in like a year of writing. And I'm like, this isn't going anywhere, God. Like, I don't know if I meant to do this. And then that popped in. Like, it's so funny. Like every time I doubt a plan, it's like immediately like that exact same moment, something will pop up and I'll be like, okay, God, this is where you want me to go.
Yeah. Can you read it one more time? I feel like there was something I wanted to say, but now I can't remember.
With all this going for us, my dear, dear friends, stand your ground and don't hold back. Throw yourselves into the work of the Master, confident that nothing you do for him is a waste of time or effort.
Okay, now I remember. So like yeah, like I've definitely been where you're at, like, just the like writing like your first book is like it's so hard because you just sometimes get stuck in like a jungle of words and can't get out and like you doubt so much. But I was able to get past that obviously because I ended up publishing. So now my struggle is something different where like now I've got a little baby and like I'm relaunching my photography business. So it's like sometimes I feel like is what I'm doing like a waste of time because like I have all these other things. And but I do often feel the Lord speaking to me like don't forget about your story. Like don't worry about these other things so much. Like you have to keep writing kind of thing. Not so much in those words, but I just feel like he wants me to, you know? So that's something that's really good because I'm gonna really cling to that this week. Like nothing I do for him is a waste of time, you know? So thank you for sharing. That was really good.
Perfect verse for both of us at the right time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this month has been crazy. I'm pretty sure I'll hit 60,000 words by the end of the month. So going from April being really disappointed.
You're like a new woman.
Yeah.
How do you feel now?
A lot better. Like, it's crazy because like I knew that like every time I sat down to write, like I would only like sit down to write like once every couple weeks, but every time I did, the words would just flow. And so I've been sitting down every single day in June, except for 2 days, and I haven't once not written a word.
So what do you think changed? Do you think it was just like consistently sitting
Yeah,
down, or like
just consistently not picking up my cute little keyboard that's like literally right next to me. Well, actually, this helped. I just got this actually because I'm not a fan of laptops, and I don't have a place to plug it in my comfortable chair. So that was another issue. Like I was going out to write at the cafe or whatever, you know, which did help a little, but I think it was more like if people interrupt me at home, then I lose my train of focus. But like I end up writing mostly at night, but in the afternoon I started writing too. So my mom knows this is important, so she tries to be quiet or works upstairs.
aw, that's awesome. So now I'm like, we should just write.
Well,
It's a
how
little
far are you
quiet in the
in your,
comments tonight, so maybe
yeah.
we just need to focus on what we're doing, and
Well, how
that'll be
far are you
that.
in book two? Can you
Um, so it's like, okay, so for the first draft is, well, okay, this is what happened. It's a long story, but since like no one's really in the comments, well, except for Reese. Hi. Glad your book is going so well, Katie. That's amazing. Um, so oops. So basically, oh now more people are coming. But okay, I'll try to tell it quickly. So basically I wrote the first draft like before I even published the first book. So like that was published January of 2024. Yeah. So I'd finished the first draft like maybe a month or two before it was published. And I gave it to my trusty developmental editor, which happens to be my sister. And she was like, this book, in the nicest way possible, it's not good. And like 3/4 of it had to go. And I was like, you're right. Yeah, I know. I knew something. I feel like this isn't the right story. So we spent like the last 2 months of my pregnancy just like replotting, like talking about like plot things that could be different, like how to make it more intriguing, like how to make it more interesting, what needs to happen here, what needs to happen there. And so then I had Baby Rider, and I'm now finally like, there's 3 sections of this book. I have the first draft written of the first section. I have the first draft written of the second section. I'm now like, the first section has been edited like a couple pass throughs, but it's not completely perfect. And the second section, I'm just working. I'm just trying to get it good enough to send it back to my sisters, basically. Like I don't even feel like it's good enough for like to have anybody read it yet. So that's where it is in the editing process. It's like, can we get this good enough so that I can give it to another person, and then she's going to give me like tons more things. Now the scary part is the third section is like just getting like completely gutted, and I have to just completely like think of like all new things for it. So that's gonna be soon. I will be there, and that's gonna be a fun time. I don't know how to turn the dings off. Does anybody know how to do that? Maybe it's in my messages thing. Let's see. Settings.
are you on your phone or laptop?
Like, so my phone is connected to my play sound effects. Okay. My phone's connected to my laptop, so it's when it pops up on my laptop, it beeps.
Oh.
Hopefully it's going away. Okay, let's read some. Yeah, sorry, that was like a really long-winded
That's okay.
story.
I'm gonna be in the same boat after the first draft. That's why I'm really happy that an author friend said, you know, most new authors never finish the first draft because they go back and continuously edit. And I'm like, that would be me. And so I'm like, I promised myself I would not until after I was done with the first draft.
Yeah, it's hard, but I don't know. See, I don't even know what I'm in right now because, like, technically, I already wrote my first draft and it got cut. So, like, what do you call this? I don't know. Oh, family and books. Paula, hi, Kristi and Liz.
She meant me. She's in the next comment trying to multitask.
Oh, okay.
I know somebody by that name, but
just hanging out of trivia, then heading to bed. But I wanted to pop in. Oh, thank you. Thanks for stopping by, Paula. Oh,
yeah, the one who I was joining in her sprints earlier today, and she said it was going to be like 1 a.m. her time or something. So she was like, "I'll probably be heading to bed."
Is she in Europe or?
I think so. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. So, an Italian restaurant for your birthday.
Are you doing anything fun for your summer? I almost said birthday.
Well, my birthday is at the end of the summer, so it's
there you
August 7th. Let's see. So I'm going to Myrtle Beach. Like the last week of July, first week of August. I think there's like a overlap in there. And then nothing. My life is so crazy. I feel so brain dead right now. I'm sorry, y'all. And then I heard a rumor that Chrissy and Krista from Books and Jams are coming to Raleigh sometime in August. So I hope that happens. That will be really fun. So like tea and we'll all hang out. And I'm sure there will be other people too. Like I'm sure I think there's other booktubers that I just don't know about down in this area. That's probably why they're coming.
Yeah. That would be fun. I got to meet Krista last year and that was a lot of fun.
Oh, cool. Like she travels a lot.
Yeah, she has family up here about 3 hours away from me. So she came up here and I got to meet her.
Oh, that's so cool. So what do we need to do to convince you to travel down to North Carolina? Because we would all have a great time. Like
I know. I mean, I've been down there. I was there actually. Well, it was before I started book 2, but I was down there at one point.
Raleigh is like such a cool place to live. Like I feel like they're always making new things. Like they just made this amazing like water play paradise. I don't know, it's the only way to, like for like children and it's free. It's like at a park. I was like, I told my friend, I was like, I feel like they just built like a free theme park and we can all just come and I'm like, it makes me so glad that I live here. So I'm like, I want everybody to come so I can show them everything.
Yeah, there's nothing fun up here. I'm like, come visit. Well, I mean, there's Niagara Falls, but
How far away are you from Niagara Falls?
about half hour or so. So it's not that far.
I've never been. So I should come visit you.
Yeah. And I'll come visit you at some point.
Yeah, I wish I had more, well, really just money to travel.
Yeah, that's pretty much my problem too.
Like time, we can move things around, but it's really about the money.
Yeah.
So someday, yeah, I still have a dream that I want to start it'll be like a writing, reader, booktube, fairy tale fantasy conference. And I think I want to have it in Florida. In like February. So that
I was going to say in winter, yeah.
Yeah, so that everyone will be so happy to go to Florida. And like that's the off season, so the plane tickets will be so cheap. And it'll probably be like 80 something degrees there. Yeah, that's my dream.
I was talking to my subscribers on, I think it was my last sprint actually. I was excited about going on another cruise next year. We started talking about, wouldn't it be great to go on like a booktube cruise? Like we could have like our favorite booktubers and book lovers. I'm like, that would
Oh
be
my
so
gosh,
much fun.
yes. Oh my gosh, we just need somebody to like plan it, like somebody with more influence than me because like I have like 300 subscribers. But yeah, no, I think like anything like that would be so cool. I feel like you just need like the first year, you just need a like a group of people that are like, yes, I'm definitely going, maybe like 5 people. And then like every year after that, I think people would like add on kind of thing.
Yeah,
Like,
word of mouth.
yeah. But yeah, I would, because I was like, because I know like every year we talk about like, oh, let's do like a great like booktube meetup or something. But it's like so hard because everybody's like so spread out. But that's why I was like, if I did a conference and it was like you invite the authors so you could get like books signed. We also have like writing classes there, but there would also be classes for like how to be better at booktube and like stuff like that. And like meet all your favorite booktubers and like readers, like everyone can come. And then there would be a ball because the theme would be like mostly it would be like fantasy, fairy tales, and like sweet romance. So like contemporary romance too, like just like all that, all the fairy tale-ish things. And yeah, I would totally have a ball and like have a DJ and it'd be like a wedding, but like no
But the
one's
fun
making,
part of the wedding.
yeah, like just the dancing part. I really want that to happen before I'm too old. Because like I would seriously be like 50 and still like dancing out there just because I love to dance.
Me too. I mean, I know a bunch of authors that would like totally come.
It'd be so fun. It'd be so magical in like one of the most magical places on earth, you know, near Disney World. Oh yeah, and there could be an excursion like if people wanted to go to Disney World like one day or like go to Universal and visit like Harry Potter World or something like that, like something bookish. That would be so fun.
I want to go to the new Island of Berk. Like I keep seeing videos and I'm like, I want to go so bad.
What's Island of Berk?
It's the new How to Train Your Dragon land.
Oh,
It's so cool.
is it at Universal Studios?
I think so, yeah.
Hmm. So, okay. Yeah, and I saw they made another park called like Epic Adventure or something.
That's what it is. It's at Epic, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna Google it really quick.
But I keep seeing videos like the meet and greets. You get to meet Toothless. I'm like, I'm dying. I'm like, I need to meet Toothless. The
Oh my,
character they have for Hiccup sounds like Hiccup. I'm like,
that's so awesome. Hold on. Okay, Epic Park. It's like yeah, it's like they're really taking like all your favorite like books and things. Universal Epic. Universal Epic Universe. Okay. So it's part of Universal. It's not really like Disney. All right. Is it going to tell me what attractions? Yeah, because like,
coaster. I can't remember what else I saw there.
yeah, like I thought I saw something about, okay, so it's like there's more from the Harry Potter world. Like I guess they're adding on. Okay, yeah, How to Train Your Dragon, 5 immersive worlds, Super Nintendo World. So it kind of looks like they just were like, okay, we need to keep adding on to Universal Studios, so like let's
Yeah.
let's do this. That is so fun. Islands of Adventure. Have you ever been to Universal Studios before?
No, I haven't. Probably because like I don't do the big rides and stuff. I know they have a few like more calmer, but that's why we used to always go to Disney because I can't really do the roller coasters and stuff anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I would go for the dragons.
Yeah. It's are you a Harry Potter fan?
No.
Oh,
Sorry, my
okay.
dad just walked in.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm thinking like sprint because
Yeah. I got to get some writing done.
yes. All right. We'll go for like 30, 40 minutes. Welcome back. Oh, how was it?
It was good. I got stuck the last couple of minutes, but I was like, okay, it's a good time to see how much I wrote.
Yeah.
So I wrote 377 words during that sprint. So not bad.
Yes. That's good. That's solid.
If you saw me making odd faces, I don't think they were that odd, but I was trying to figure out what a certain sentence would sound like if somebody had a gag in her mouth. So like I probably should grab a tissue later on and fix that because I'm like I wanted to get it accurate. And then spell check was trying to actually spell a word. I was like, no, I'm trying to not spell it right.
That's so good. I feel like, yeah, I just read this cozy mystery where like the main character was an author and she would like always put herself in like weird situations. Like she was like a thriller author. So she's like, I want to know what it actually feels like to be locked or to be like tied to a chair in like a dark cellar. So she'd like do it and she'd say, don't come get me for like 3 hours. Like, but then of course she like got into trouble because it's a book. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I think that's a good idea. Like actually like trying the things and like then you can describe it better.
Yeah. I mean, I flew a plane for that reason. Like I wanted an accurate scene.
That is so true.
So I don't know if I'm going to tie myself to a chair or not, but it could happen. You never know. I'm sure my family would love to do that for me.
Yeah. Lucy is in the house. And Hannah is here. Nice to meet you, Hannah. Haven't met you before. Lucy is not reading tonight, finishing up bookish diamond art and then cleaning. I fully support cleaning for productivity sprints. I should probably be cleaning house too, but my writing ideas will not be ignored. So best to get them down while they're circling my brain. Yes, I agree. Gotta get them down right away. The things we do for our art. Oh. So what are you writing, Hannah?
Yeah, Hannah's from over on my channel. I found her by accident. She tagged me in a TBR jar video, and I was like, "Hey."
That's awesome. Lucy
Thank
says
you.
that so pretty on you.
Every time I wear this color, somebody comments on it.
Yeah, so I had a really good little writing sprint because I love it. Like if you're gonna go back and edit, like you can find ways to make it even more interesting. You know, like you're like, oh, like I think it was good, but now it's even better, you know? So that kind of happened to me this time through. So I feel like I'm in a good place. Because it's like so hard where like you'll get to this place where like you're just like, oh, I'm so tired of this chapter. Like I just want to be done. You know, like this feels kind of tedious. Like because there are definitely points where it feels a little tedious, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not there right now. I'm still at like a fun zone.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think editing is like the hardest because it's like you just want to be done sometimes. You're like, I'm just so tired. So I want to go on to the next thing, you know, because like I feel like plotting and like writing the first draft is such a rush of like creative energy. It's so fun. And then just like having to go over the same stuff over and over again is like,
yeah, that'll probably hit me and I'll be like, I'm so tired.
well, if you need support, I'm here for you.
Thank you. I was trying to find the one sentence I wrote earlier tonight because I was like, that was such a good sentence. I was really proud of that sentence. I was like, that's so cute. But my main character, he hit his hand against a brick wall, and he said, or in his inner thoughts, he said the pain in his hand didn't compare to the pain in his heart.
Ooh.
I had to share that one. I was like, that's one of my new favorite sentences from my book.
That's awesome. Katri, hello. It's okay if you forgot. Oh no, why has it been awful? If you want to share, you don't have to share. But hopefully we will help make today a little better. I'm glad you could hang out with us. I'm writing a young adult non-magical fantasy. Ooh, I'm actually working on the first draft of book 2 in the series. I'm going to publish book 1 at the very end of this year. Hopefully, that is so smart to have the second book, be working on the second book before you publish the first one. That's very smart. And hopefully you won't be like me and have to like gut the first draft of book 2 right after it's published. I'm mid-process of working with my book cover artist, my editor, and setting things up so I have everything to format. Debut author things exciting but daunting. Yes, it's so daunting. I was just there. But it's fun. It's an experience. I feel like I always say like your first book is like you're going to writing university. So like you think about it that way. Like if it takes you a long time, like think of it as like you're in university. So like it takes 4 years for people to get a degree. Hopefully it won't take you that long to write your first book, Katie, but but if it does, it's okay.
I mean, with the way it's going awfully quickly, like now, I'm like, I'm probably going to start book 2 in the fall.
That's awesome. Fall is such a good time to write. And like, I always feel inspired at Christmas time because like when I was a kid, that's when I would write short stories and stuff because like you don't have to worry about school and like watching a lot of movies and because like you don't have school, like I would get really inspired. So Christmas is always fun time for me to write.
I kind of want to binge watch like all the treasure hunting movies this summer. Like I got to go rewatch The Mummy and Indiana Jones.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like what treasure hunting movies there are. I don't know that many. I know National Treasure.
Oh yeah, that one's good.
Treasure hunting movie. I think it's fun like trying to like solve the clues and the mysteries and like figure things out. It's like just a lot of fun. Vet clinic decided not to examine our dog before a procedure, found her pregnant, then killed her. Oh no! As a currently pregnant mama, to say I've been distressed is an understatement. That is, yeah, that's really awful.
That happened to an outdoor cat we had in Texas when we used to live there when I was younger. They were abandoned and the guy across the street was taking care of them, but they came over to our house for attention. And he found out that the one cat was pregnant and he had her kittens killed. And Mom and I broke down. We were like, my mom's allergic, but she's like, I would have taken those kittens in.
Yeah. So like that happened to my cat. It happened before I adopted her. Like they like animal control captured her, and then when they went to like spay her or whatever, they found out she was pregnant. And she's like, I feel like she has like psychological damage from.
Oh yeah, they know. Yeah, they know that our the cat outside, you could tell she knew.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Katri. That's really horrible. It's winter here, so I've bundled up in a blanket in front of the fire. Where are you from? Are you from Australia, South Africa? Where are you from? Somewhere in the Southern Hemisphere.
Somewhere nice and cold that I want to go visit tomorrow.
I know, right? I was like, I don't know what it is about this summer because I feel like it's this hot every summer, but maybe because I have a little child and it's like worse because I have to take him with me. So it's like, I don't know. But like I was literally thinking like I want to read some like wintry Christmas books or something just to give me like that cold vibe.
That's why we have Christmas in July.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm ready for it. It's disgusting to me that's even something they do, but to not inform us and ask our consent first is a whole nother level, hoping our little girl won't suffer too much emotionally. Yeah, that's, yeah. It says, I'm so sorry. Wow, that's terrible, truly disgusting. Australian, yes, that's so cool. So, what part of Australia are you from? Not that I know really any geography about Australia. Then they tried to charge us for killing them, which we went. Yeah, that's acceptable. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I thought veterinarians are supposed to be like caring of animals, but like, yeah, I don't know. So sad. So, I feel like talking about happy things is almost like insensitive now, so I'm sorry. Oh, well, I got this most people treat animals more like people than they do people, so yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, that is so true. Like, I don't know, I feel like they need to be careful because I feel like the wrong person would like sue them. You know what I mean? Because they treat them like you said, like people. Like a lot of people treat them like people.
Yeah.
Hello, perfect sunshine. So I have this book called Wicked Plants. Oh, it's backwards.
No, it's not backwards.
It's not? Okay, it is on my screen. Okay. So maybe it must flip it around for, okay. But it's super fun because it's like, it tells you like all these like poisonous plants, but then it's also like plants that you wouldn't know are poisonous. Like back like in the 1800s, like if all you eat is corn, you can get this disease called, it starts with a P. And this was like a real thing. They discovered it because like the Native Americans like were like, somebody had to figure these things out first, I guess, they were eating like only corn or like way too much corn. And so they started and it said that there's I guess the same thing happened over in Europe at one time too, because there was like sort of like some kind of famine or something like that, and all they had was corn. And so they think that like, I guess what would happen to your skin is like it would turn like really pale first, and then like it would like lose its blood color, and they think that's where like rumors of like the stories of like the vampires like first originated or something like that. I don't know. Like I read that today. But there's just so many like fascinating things. Like I also read in here that honey, if it's made from azaleas or rhododendrons, like the bees make it from there, the honey is actually toxic. I was like, that's scary because azaleas are really common, and so are rhododendrons. Like, you got to be careful where you get your honey from.
Yeah.
Just saying. But yeah, I'm like finding out all these really interesting things. I need to read through. I just kind of like skimmed through it, but I need to actually read it because it's more like a chapter book. Like, I don't know.
Wonder if J.D. Bill Rice read that book.
Yeah, she could use some stuff.
She probably has.
Yeah, it's called Wicked Plants: The Weed That Killed Lincoln's Mother and Other Botanical Atrocities. So I don't even know what that is. I need to find out what killed Lincoln's mother. But anyway,
Does it have mushrooms in there as well, like fungus, or is it just like
I'm sure it
flowers
does.
and leaves?
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Like it, I think it specializes on like, just like things you wouldn't think of, like the corn, like too much corn, things like that, or like
I
those.
know mushrooms are weird. It's like you can eat
Yeah,
most of the mushrooms, but there's some you really shouldn't eat. I actually have family history, in my history where I think it's my great either grandmother or aunt. Her parents died from mushroom poisoning, and all the kids were orphaned and they were sent to different homes. So it's kind of an interesting history. And I'm like, my dad's like, why didn't you write a book about that? I'm like, I'd be crying the entire time I'm writing it.
yeah. Oh my gosh. And there's like, so there's a really common houseplant, like they sell it. Like you could go to Walmart and probably find this, which is really scary, but it's called the sago palm. If you Google it, like, but it's like the leaves, the seeds are like like it's like deadly poisonous. Like I don't know why they sell this plant. Like they should not be allowed to sell this plant. Like, but I've seen it. I see it all the time. Like if like a pet ate it or like a kid ate it, like they would die, which is really scary.
Yeah, there's a lot of plants like that.
Yeah.
That you don't think about.
Yeah. Anyway. Random facts. It crossed my husband's mind to sue them. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Sorry to put a damper. I just started the 12th book of the series. Unfortunately, that's yesterday. Yeah. Hopefully, you're not having a series of unfortunate events in the name of Jesus. Happiness will surround you. I'm in the state of Victoria, bottom right of the country, near the only mountain range of Australia that has snow, so it gets chilly. I actually don't enjoy the cold, but the fire helps. Oh my gosh, so like last time I was on with Kelly, we were literally talking about so randomly that like skiers, like they ski in the winter here and then they like go to Australia during the summer here and like winter there. So like do you have ski people like around you? Is that like a thing? Have you ever been skiing? My pups are babies. I'll fight anyone who calls me crazy for claiming them as such. Yeah. It's okay, Kidra. I feel the same way. I pray for your puppy. Yeah. I would have freaked out. Yeah, I would have freaked out too. I would have like, I mean, especially with you being pregnant, like, oh my gosh, I hope they feel horrible. Oh, you guys are good people. I would have been like, I'm real careful plants because of my cats. Yeah. So I have pothos vines, and one of them grew too long. Like I have them down over my bookcase, and like I trim them. So anyway, one of my cats decided to have a little snack, which it's not deadly, but it like I guess it causes like tingly lips and like gastrointestinal problems. Like it hurts our stomach. But the good thing is like they never did it again. I think they learned their lesson. I think they were like, that was horrible.
Yeah, she's like, no.
Like, yeah. So, hi. Hi, beloved. Good to have you. Oh, absolutely. We get all the ski and snowboarders. Where I used to work, it was along the highway to the snow, and it got crazy in the winter. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I can't believe we were just talking about that last week. That's so fun. Have you ever been to the United States?
I definitely want to go to Australia sometime. Because like
right?
now I know Hannah and the Bookish Bunch lives there. And I'm like, I gotta go and visit friends.
Just like go on a tour of the whole country. I wonder where the Bookish Bunch. I don't know what her name is, but I wonder where she lives.
She lives right down the road from the Australia Zoo. And she's never been there. I'm like, are you kidding? You've never been there? Like
She lives right down the road from where?
The Australia Zoo, where Steve Irwin's family is. I'm like,
oh my
are you
goodness.
kidding? And like, you've never been there? I guess she's not a fan of his because like I would be there every single day.
Yeah. We were in an extreme heat advisory this past weekend. It was 99 degrees. Oh no. Okay, so you feel our pain down in North Carolina. That's about what it was here too.
Yeah, same over here. I just, thank the Lord, I got a dehumidifier for our living room because I would be like, I'd be in a puddle.
That's the thing. Like I've heard of humidifiers, but never a dehumidifier.
Yeah, you should see the bucket because it has a hose that connects. Like we had like 5 inches of water in like 2 hours. I'm like we could, we could take a shower in our humidity.
All of that is in the air. I'm in Minnesota, and literally no one associates Minnesota with heat and humidity. Yeah. Oh my goodness. We only think of snow and cold. That's so crazy. Do you have like a swimming pool you can go to? Like, we get both extremes. Yeah, that's. How long will it last? Do you think? Will it be the rest of the summer or just for like a couple weeks? I hope it cools down a little bit. I went to Chicago area to visit my friends there. I went to Canada too, and even went to Prince Edward Island for my Anne of Green Gables moment. How fun! That is so cool.
Chicago's not too far away from me. It's like about 10 hours. Yeah. Driving wise.
I've never been, but I feel like I've watched so many like movies and videos about it that I feel like I've been there. I think it'd be fun to go at Christmas. That in New York City. Yeah, see the Nutcracker. New York City Ballet. That'd be so cool. New York City first, then Chicago.
My dad's been to New York City. He doesn't really like it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's even more so and more introverted than I am. So like the chaos and the crowds and everything, she didn't like it.
Yeah. I feel like it's like, I don't know, probably like an experience like you go there once and then like I wouldn't want to live there. Yeah. Like just go see it, say I've been there.
Yeah. I want to go to Tiffany's. That's about it.
It will be off and on throughout the entire summer. This is typical for Minnesota in June and July. Usually the heat starts in May and goes until late August, early September. Yeah. And then it's like, and then it gets cold.
Yeah, and then it's winter.
Yeah.
That's what usually happens. It's like
winter.
It's like here it was like, man, it's 40 degrees. Next day it's 80. I'm like, are you kidding?
Yeah. Like, aren't we supposed to have something in between?
Spring.
Yeah. I need a book recommendation. I like historical romance, late 1800, early 1900. Any recommendations? Katie, that is all you, girl.
Pepper Basham has a great My Heart Belongs in the Blue Ridge. That's a great series, and it's set in the mid to late 1800s. And then Tracy Peterson always has really great stuff, like anything by Tracy Peterson. Although I recommend her new series because I'm a character in the first book.
That's so awesome. So is it a historical or like a contemporary?
It's a historical romance.
Nice.
Yeah, she said I'm sprinkled. She said I'm sprinkled throughout the whole series, but I just read book 2 that comes out next month, and I'm like, I'm not in book 2, so I hope I'm in book 3. But I'm in book 1. I don't care. I'm like, Tracy Peterson is like probably the most famous Christian fiction author out there, so I'm like, I'm happy with even being in a book.
What's the name of the book? I need to look it up.
I want to make sure I get it right because I think I have book 2 in my brain. Let's see. Okay, the first one's called A Constant Love.
A Constant Love. Okay.
Yes.
Is it at the library?
Publishes. She should be. She publishes all of her trilogy like in 1 year. So I don't know how she does it. She writes 3 books a year plus 1 with Kimberly Woodhouse, and I'm like, girl, I don't know how you do it. Well, that's why she has like 140 books.
Yeah. Whew. That's crazy. Well, I guess I don't know. Maybe I can kind of see like after a while how you're just like, oh, I need to do this.
Crank them out.
Yeah. Like it's a kind of like a little bit formulaic, like a little bit of a formula that you could follow.
It's like Kimberly Woodhouse was talking one time at a book event, and she said she wrote a whole book, and I can't remember how long. It was either 2 weeks or a month, but she wrote a whole book. I'm like, are you kidding?
Yeah. I just accept the fact that I am never going to write that fast.
Yeah, neither am I. Neither am I. I mean, like, honestly, I think my lowest would probably be like 2 to 3 months, but that's like for a first draft, maybe, if I was motivated.
Yeah. I love NYC. That's so fun. I need to go there. Could you put the titles you just mentioned in the chat?
Yep, I'm doing that now.
And then
we do, but my
I'd like to say after this. Go ahead.
Okay. I was just saying I was gonna put them in the comments, but like my laptop's like way up here.
Oh. Yeah, I want to sprint mostly because I drank too much water and I have to go to the bathroom now. So yeah.
Sounds good. You can start now if you want to, and I'll finish typing.
Okay. Hello. Oh, I can't hear you.
I unmuted my mic, but I didn't unmute my laptop.
Yeah, it said like I couldn't unmute you because you chose to mute yourself. So it's like, all right.
I'll just wait then.
Mhm.
What I was saying was I cracked myself up with something I researched. I wrote another almost 300 words, and then I went down a bunch of research. But
That's okay. That's still writing.
I'm researching a national park, and I asked Google. I said, how long of a hike is it to the volcano in Recon National Park in Costa Rica? And it says 1,293 hours. It'll take 3,562 miles. Because it took my location here in New York to there. I'm like,
that's a little longer than I anticipated.
I'm like, wow, yeah, that's a long hike. She's gonna die in like the third mile, you know. Yeah, it reminded me of my mom was searching tablespoons to cup measurement or cup measurement to tablespoons, and she asked Google. She was like, how many tablespoons in like I don't know, like she said something like 34 cups or something by accident instead of 3/4 of a cup, and it came up with 640 tablespoons. I'm like, that's gonna take forever to make dinner.
Oh my goodness.
So that cracked me up. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to make a video short about that research.
Yeah. You're like, whoops.
I'm not hiking that long.
Nice. 831 words.
Awesome.
Not distracted by research. That's so good.
Yeah. I definitely got distracted. Well, she has to hike, so I had to figure out how far is it. It's not that long, thankfully.
Yeah. Do you have a place that like she's gonna go from?
Well, she's already there at the park. So I wanted to kind of figure out like how long of a hike it was to the volcano in the park. I guess I wasn't specific enough for Google.
So I'm assuming it's a real place. Like, could you look at it on Google Earth? That'd be really cool to like.
Yeah, I was looking up a bunch of pictures trying to like visualize. So it's pretty cool that the volcano there is actually active. So I'm like, I don't think I want that much danger.
But, yeah. Like, I've always been fascinated by Pompeii. You know, like that whole deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just don't get it. Like, well, like, is it not in any danger of erupting anytime soon again? Like, like people live like, I'm assuming relatively close by.
I have no idea.
Like, there's this movie I watched called Pompeii. Have you ever seen it?
I don't think so.
It's actually really good because like no one survives. So, so you're like,
yeah, you know the ending.
but like the ending was still like, it was so romantic. I don't know. I was like, oh, that's a good way to end like a really tragic, like, okay. So if you ever see it, but like the whole movie is like, there's like having these little earthquakes and like you can tell something's wrong and they're just like ignoring it. They're like, all right, well, let me just go on with my life. And like,
I mean, it could have been normal for them because even if it didn't interrupt, they probably felt that, like
That's
California
true.
feels the earthquakes all the time, so it
That's
probably
true. It's
was.
not like we could ask them, be like, so what
What
did you
were you
what was
thinking
it
during this?
like? Yeah, it's so crazy. Like people were literally just like sitting down to dinner and poof. There and then like they have the like the encasing still today. They're like still there, like you can see them. So that'd be
I, I, I've only ever seen Pompeii on Doctor Who.
yeah, like I always like the ride Escape from Pompeii at Busch Gardens. That was fun. And it's actually a water ride, so like you go through and it's hot in there because there's fire like shooting out at you and then but then you go down like the big drop and then you get soaked. So it was fun. Busch
I
Gardens.
always liked water rides like that.
Yeah. I love Busch Gardens because it's like the one in Williamsburg. I don't know if it's like that with all of them, but it's like it's themed with like the countries. So it's like there's the Italy section, the England section, the Ireland section. So it's like really cool.
It's kind of like Epcot a little bit.
But like with more roller coasters and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we went there for I think it's called like Winterfest or something. I don't know. It's like their Christmas festival. And we literally went like the day after Thanksgiving last year and it was really fun. So I don't think we'll do it again this year, but because we're like 3.5 hours from Busch Gardens. So
Not bad.
yeah. And I had little baby Ryder with me. I dressed him up as a reindeer. He was so cute. He was a good baby. He was a good travel baby, but now that he's getting to be a toddler, he's not so good at it anymore. He protests quite loudly. He'll let us know. Like he's not really like much of a crier, but he'll just be like, oh, or like he'll just like moan or something like, oh. Like even
got the old man sound.
yeah, like even when he was a baby, like he'd be like eh, like he wouldn't cry. I mean, he does cry, but like he's more of like a fusser. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
he's not actually like crying. I mean, if he hurts himself, he'll cry, and it's like the sweetest thing. I just want to like hug him, like it's okay. Yeah, I haven't shown him on any videos in a really long time because now I film during his nap.
My family took me to Euro Disney in Paris when I was 3.
Wait,
And
what?
well, I don't remember anything, but when I was 3, and they thought I would sleep like most of the time. Nope, I was wide awake all day.
That's so funny. Yeah, it's like I feel like some kids, if they just have enough like new things in front of their face, they don't want to sleep. Yeah,
I never
maybe
napped
retros are bad.
either. So.
Oh, you didn't nap?
No, not unless I was sick. Like my family knew if I took a nap, I was sick. Not anymore. As I got older, I'm like the heat gets me. I'm out for a couple hours.
I love naps. Like, oh my gosh. For me, having a nap these days is a luxury. It's very rare. But that is the season of life I am in. My mother assures me it will get better. I'll get my life back. That's what she said. You'll get your life back eventually. Like, okay. Oh, But I'm very thankful for my little boy. Don't get me wrong. He's very cute and a lot of fun. Do you have to go?
No, I muted myself so people can take their medicine and go to bed. No, I'm a night owl.
Like, I don't think I want to sprint anymore.
If you're done, I'm done too. It is getting a little late.
Yeah. Well, like I could do another sprint, but I'm in that lame phase and I need more sleep right now. Like there was a time when I could like basically kill myself and get very little sleep, but I cannot do that anymore.
Neither can I. I used to stay up until 3 or 4 a.m. and be fine. Not anymore. One time, I don't know how I did it. I think that was the only time I almost fell asleep while driving. I stayed up until I think 4 or 5 a.m. and went to class at like 8 a.m. or something. And I was like, never again. and I said, thank God for the bumpers on the side of the road. That woke me up for the rest of the time.
Oh my gosh, that's so scary.
That only happened once. I learned my lesson.
Yeah, I feel like there was one time, I don't even remember what it was for, but I just remember thinking like, if I just close my eyes for a second, and like I was driving, right? Like if I just close my eyes for a second, I'll be able to like if you're thinking that, that is so bad. Like, and then I was like, okay, I need to pull over. I literally like thought that, and then I was like, all right, like this is not gonna work.
I don't even think that. I remember just being gone. And then all of a sudden, like, oh I was wide awake for the rest of the trip.
Yeah, that is so scary. I do remember like, gosh, what was I even doing? I think I was like in my early 20s. And I do remember like pulling over in like a hotel parking lot and like passing out for like an hour or two and then just getting back on the road and going. That was like what would be like a safe place? Like, so I figured a hotel. Oh man. Anyway. Well, it was a good night. I feel like it was really productive and I'm so thankful you could join me tonight, Katie.
Yes, me too. Definitely I would be happy to do it again.
Yay. I used to start at 5 a.m. for work, so I was a 8 p.m. time person for so long. Now it's 9:30, 10, but I'm not a night owl. Oh my gosh. Oh, you had to be at work at 5? What were you doing? Did you work at a bakery or something?
That's how my family used to be. My dad woke up at 4 a.m. and went to work at about 6 when he used to work, and because he could make his own hours, so he didn't want to stay up, stay longer. So he would go, and like both my parents would go to bed at like 8 or 9. I'm like, this is great. I have all this time to myself. Now they don't go to bed until almost 11. I'm like, go to bed so I can write.
Yeah. It's funny. So your parents like legitimately distract you?
Yeah. Well, my dad watches TV, so I have to put on my headphones. My mom's a talker, but she's getting better.
That's so funny. It's almost like they're like kids and you're like, just go to bed.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was a barista, so coffee and Howard Tucker's neither morning movies. Ah, gotcha. That makes sense. Wow. Well, thanks for joining us, Hannah.
I think Hannah's the only one still awake.
Yeah, what time is it there? Isn't it like, I'm going to take a guess. Noon? I don't know. I'm just totally guessing.
I was going to say in the morning somewhere, like around 10 or 11. And I don't know. I can't remember.
I'm probably totally wrong. You're welcome.
Oh, 12:30.
Yay. Yeah, I don't know why I had in my head it's like 24 hours difference plus 2. Like, so that's where I thought. I was like, it's like noon. So, yeah, thanks for joining us. I'm going to go to bed now. Enjoy the rest of your day. All right, guys. See ya.
Bye.
Next time.